All right, welcome to our wellness call for this month. And if you're on Wellspring, I'm glad you're catching this training here too. I'm talking tonight just about three products, and these are three of our new products that came from convention that I've been using daily consistently for a little over 2 weeks. I'm timing it on the birth of Marigold, so she's going to make 2 weeks tomorrow. So I started about 4 days before she was born. So I'm going to share with you some personal testimonies as we read through these notes, but also I want to talk about ingredients because I'm so excited and impressed for these ingredients. I love that these products in particular are not just for like one age group, that this is going to be beneficial for so many people. And also, there's so many clinical studies that go along with these three. That's probably the only part of this call because I try to keep these at 20 minutes that I won't go through, but I can provide all of the links. But also, Young Living's page will share the links to all the clinical studies. So if that interests you, I know that always gets me really excited. They can easily be found. So the first one I want to talk to you about is this new little ditty called Daily Hormone Essentials. It comes in a pretty pink box like this, and this is meant to be your 30 sachet count for a month. So this is like a month's worth. So inside of the box, they come in individual use packets. You're meant to just do one a day. So it looks like this. It's pretty big. It's 1.67 fluid ounces, 49 milliliters. So on the I know this lighting is not the best. On the sachet, it says Daily Hormone Essentials Women Balancing Supplement. And on the back, you can read the proprietary herbal blend and the daily hormone oil blend, and then any other ingredients. And then, of course, there's directions. But I want to read through these uses and also these ingredients because I'm just blown away by them. For somebody like me who has spent a good part of my adult life focusing on women's health, hormone health, fertility, um, boosting fertility, balancing hormones naturally. Yes, Mary, this is going to be something that's even for um, postmenopause and menopause. Yes. This is really exciting to me because, like, in February, I came out with a holistic fertility ebook. There's just so many women that I'm talking to on a daily basis in all age ranges that are struggling with balancing hormones naturally. And of course, when we resort to the synthetic options that are out there, those come with side effects. And so to have a completely plant-based, um, like toxin-free, clean hormone supplement is so amazing to have that, like for my holistic fertility ebook, the things that I mentioned for pituitary health, thyroid health, progesterone, estrogen, testosterone. This little sachet covers so many of the products that I recommend. So for me personally, this is going to take the place of, or this takes the place of 7 different things that I'm using, whether that's a capsule or a powdered supplement. I love the ease of a sachet that I can throw in my bag that I can literally drink straight out of it, or the directions on the back say you could also mix it into 6 to 8 ounces of warm water. I don't mind the taste. Then again, I'm also taking herbal tinctures. My whole life I've taken natural remedies. So I don't think, things have to taste delicious. But to me, it tastes delicious. It's vanilla flavor. It's got like a earthy kind of taste to it. But let me read first just what this is for. So the whole point of this is to feel balanced naturally. Obviously, this is a women's supplement only. It's clinically backed. I'll get to that at the very end, completely plant powered. And this is going to offer daily hormone support for everyone starting with PMS, right? So teens, preteens, perimenopause, menopause, and afterwards, all in one easy on the go pouch. So this is going to be helpful for people who are dealing with changing effects of menopause, or someone who is trying to regulate their female cycle. When I get to some of the ingredients, I'll talk about too why this is so good for people that are trying to conceive. But here's kind of daily hormones essentials at a glance. So help support healthy mood and energy throughout the month. For me personally, I can attest to the energy that I'm having. as I go through these, I'll tell you the ones that I'm personally feeling on. So I guess this would be like day 18 for me. Promotes balanced cortisol levels and supports restful sleep. I'll get more into detail of how and why, but that's a big one. Cortisol levels is a big one. Formulated to be used for PMS and to ease difficulties associated with menstrual cycles. So if you know anyone who's dealing with PMS, whether that's irritability and mood swings or cramping, those types of things. This also pairs well with Powergize supplement. I don't know if any of you are taking Powergize. Powergize, I feel like a lot of men hone in on that one because we know that a lot of the ingredients in there balance testosterone, but it's also one women can take. And so I'll talk about that when I get to the ingredients. But that one specifically for cortisol support. It also supports comfort through things like hot flashes, night sweats, basically hormonal transition of any of those things, like through perimenopause and menopause, supports mental clarity, memory, cognitive function, and it's all made with herbal extracts, essential oils, and minerals. It's amazing. Important to note too, what makes this so different than a lot of hormone things out there, there's no added hormones. This is not a hormone. You're not taking any hormones when you take this. There's no added sugars. You'd be surprised. I don't know why sugar is added to literally everything, but hormone supplements should not have sugar, and most of them do. So no added sugar, no artificial colors or artificial sweeteners or artificial preservatives, none of that stuff. So again, the best thing to me about this supplement is that it can help women throughout any hormone cycle through your entire hormone cycle, and no matter what you're going through. So I love that I'm not just talking to women trying to conceive. This is for everyone on this call, any woman on this call. So again, hormone-free, clinically studied. So you're going to have botanicals in here, adaptogens, essential oils, all into a fast-absorbing liquid supplement. Other kind of things that you can note. So healthy energy, libido. I feel that big time. Libido, when I nurse 2 children, you can only imagine. So Jeremy can attest, he's not in this room, but 2 times, you guys, in the last couple weeks, he's been like, did you take your hormone stuff? Like he wants me to take it, or he can just tell if I'm feeling like a little nerve ending, which gets easy to do sometimes with 4 small kids who need you all the time. He'll be like, go take your hormone stuff. Like that's huge that he can see the difference already. Mood, restful sleep, cortisol balance, and just everyday stress management. And we'll talk about that through these ingredients. But if you know anyone who is going through experiencing hot flashes, night sweats, insomnia, fatigue, those are all hormone related issues. You need to share this with them. Okay, so a little background here. Hormonal changes are a natural part of life. That's going to happen, but it doesn't mean that, that it has to be hard. So I think for a natural product that can help us make these hormonal shifts easier, this is something that we already know a ton of people need. Here, let's go through some of these ingredients. So first of all, you're going to see the herbal complex. This is like your hormones BFF. This is a clinically studied blend of red giant angelica. I'm not going to say the scientific names of these plants because they're hard and I don't want to butcher them, but red giant angelica, silk plant, and fireweed. These all promote comfort through menopause's curveball. So this is where you're going to get the support for hot flashes, night sweats, insomnia, vaginal dryness, fatigue, all while supporting a healthy mood throughout the month. And again, without any side effects that typically come with the typical hormone therapy. Next ingredient is chaste tree berry. Anybody know this one? Also known as Vitex berry. This is one that I really was religious taking when I was trying to get pregnant. This keeps the roller coaster in check by balancing the HPA axis. We'll talk about that in a bit. But this is basically like your period sidekick. It offers some more support for hormonal imbalance, but also PMS symptoms. This ingredient alone, you guys, touts a 67% decrease in symptoms associated with PMS and menopause. Just this one ingredient alone. This one is one that if I know people are trying to regulate their cycle or get pregnant, I tell them to take chaste tree berry. So I love that this is in there. Ashwagandha, we've got two major adaptogens. We'll talk about those. But ashwagandha is, if you've ever heard of that one's also in Power Jize. This is another one that I recommend for people trying to conceive for both men and women. This is a chill out root. So this is an adaptogen that helps support restful sleep, balance cortisol, mental clarity, and basically everyday healthy stress management. Another all-in adaptogen here is maca root. Again, this is another one I recommend to people trying to get pregnant or regulate cycles. This is usually I recommend like a maca powder that you can add to smoothies. This is in here. Maca root is often used to support reproductive health. It also provides comfort through menopause. And then research also suggests that it can support mood and ease everyday stress. Another ingredient in this one I'm super excited about is our Deep Spectra frankincense. This is one that I just have by itself, the bottle. If anybody knows how much that is, if you could put that in the chat, it's a pricey one. Frankincense alone is pricey, but this is Deep Spectra, so you're getting the full benefit of the plant. This one, basically frankincense, we already know that it supports women's health and natural hormone health. And you also are getting the benefits of the resin when you get Deep Spectra frankincense. I love that they included that in this. Another one in here is magnesium glycinate. This is the mellow mineral. This is a highly bioavailable form of magnesium, and this is going to support restful sleep, relaxed muscles, and it also helps chill your nervous system. There's lots of different forms of magnesium out there. This one is really easy to absorb. You can find the full ingredient list on the website, which is going to give you everything I just mentioned, but also the oils. There's a few other oils like Davana and lavender and ylang ylang, fennel, clary sage. This is not one that's meant for pregnancy and probably for a few of those ingredients, but clary sage included. So if you know anyone or if you are taking this and you're trying to get pregnant, you just discontinue when you get your positive. Okay, so I want to give you the clinical studies at a glance, but I think you should check them out too. But this is basically what the clinical studies shown about DHE. That's what I'm calling Daily Hormone Essentials. So it showed, first of all, that it's going to promote comfort through menopausal transition, which includes all the things I've mentioned before: hot flashes, numbness, tingling. You probably didn't know these were hormone related. Insomnia, nervousness, vertigo. I know so many people that struggle with that. Fatigue, joint discomfort, vaginal dryness. So many benefits here. Another thing that the clinical study showed was that it can lead to 62% improvement in KMI. The KMI is the Kupperman Menopausal Index, and they scored that compared to, thank you, Juliet, $55 alone just for getting Deep Spectra frankincense, which is included in here. So they found that a 62% improvement in the Kupperman Menopausal Index score compared to taking a placebo. Clinical studies also show that it delivered the same results as hormone products on the market with no side effects, no typical side effects that you get from typical hormone therapy. There are 5 studies that you can read. So what's really cool, you guys, whenever Young Living comes out with a product, it's not new. They've been working on it for 3-4 years, right? They're doing these studies, they're perfecting it. So if you went to convention or if you listened live, they broke down these studies. I don't have the time to do that in depth, but just know that this herbal complex was brought through 3 randomized double-blind placebo-controlled clinical studies. And these are the 12 common symptoms that it showed that this helped: hot flashes, numbness and tingling, insomnia, nervousness, mood dips, vertigo, fatigue, joint discomfort, headaches, pounding heart, crawling skin sensation, and vaginal dryness. All of that from the clinical studies. So I want to note the adaptogens. Remember, that was ashwagandha and maca. 2 things that I recommend people take. So I love that those are in here. Those are plants that help support your body's ability to respond to everyday stress in a healthy way. And they do this because they work to balance your cortisol level. And remember, cortisol is your main stress hormone. So this is what I was mentioning earlier. The HPA is called your hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. So it's like your controller, conductor of the cascade of hormones, right? This is in your brain. This is now going to affect your thyroid and your adrenals, and it's starting at your brain going all the way down. So these adaptogens, they tackle that. They tackle the cortisol levels and the HPA axis. So your fight or flight system is a good thing in small doses, right? It's helpful short term. But if stress sticks around, if you live in that constant state of high cortisol, high stress, that starts to throw off your entire reproductive axis, and that can lead to potential suppression of something called your gonadotropin releasing hormone. That is a very important hormone because it's balancing your estrogen, your progesterone, and your testosterone. If that happens, that's going to lower the production of your luteinizing hormone, which for those moms trying to conceive, that affects ovulation and your balanced menstrual cycle. So this is big. This is a big deal. And so chronic stress doesn't just mess with your hormones, it also lowers your sex drive. It also just ends up making you feel more stressed. So adaptogens like ashwagandha are so beneficial because that's supporting our cortisol levels, which in turn supports a healthy balance of hormones and maybe even helping you get more in the mood if that's something that you're struggling with. This was a study I checked out in 2015. This study showed the same form of ashwagandha that Young Living's using in DHE, and also the same form they're using in Powergize as a supplement that supports healthy sexual function. So if you take both, if you're taking it for that specific purpose, if you take both DHE and Powergize, you'll reach your daily dose of ashwagandha right there. And that's what that study was showing, that amount. So I love this, you guys. You're not just balancing hormones and cortisol, it's also going to boost energy levels and libido all in one easy drink. I'm just like, why not? Who would not want to take this? I'm so happy about this. I need to actually add it into my fertility ebook. So all you do is you take one sachet with food in the morning. I will admit I'm not good at remembering it in the morning. I literally take it when I remember it. I haven't had any issues not taking it with food. I think they maybe say that because of the energy, because you want your energy right in the day. You don't want to be taking this before bed, but also a higher absorption rate if you're eating it with food or taking it with food. My niece said that she's been stirring it into warm water for like a faster absorbing effect and says that it tastes really well. I haven't tried it that way, but I'm thinking it might taste kind of like a little herbal tea. Okay, this is so fun. I feel like I have to include this just because this is Young Living. Young Living just, they don't just take the best ingredients and make really purposed products, but their products give back in ways that I don't think most consumers even realize. So I read this today. This is a note directly from Young Living. So I'm just going to read it. It says, your choice helps bring balance to yourself and the earth while empowering girls in Ecuador. Daily Hormone Essentials contain ylang-ylang from our farm in Ecuador, where we're helping young girls get a quality education at the Young Living Academy. Many of our students become the first in their families to graduate from high school, unlocking opportunities for themselves and their communities. We're also working to restore endangered orchids on this farm. The lavender and the clary sage in this plant-based hormone supplement come from farms in France and Utah, where we use pollinator-friendly practices, intercropping, and even sheep for weeding to protect soil health and biodiversity. Add deep spectra frankincense 2 extract, which is made from upcycled plant material to reduce waste. Because remember, deep spectra, they're taking the plant material that normally when you are steam distilling, that gets discarded. They're taking that and they're getting the resin out of that. So that's why deep spectra, it's not considered an essential oil. It's more of like it's a sappy resin. Um, so that to me is just so cool. It's like I've been to Ecuador, okay? So I can attest. I've been to the school, we've sponsored a student. I know that this is legit, that this is real. I've handpicked ylang-ylang flowers that's in this product. So that is just amazing that when you're buying this, like this is obviously, you could go to Target or Whole Foods or whatever and get a product, but the ingredients in this alone, plus the fact that now I know, like, okay, this is giving back to girls' education in Ecuador. And I did not know this until today, restoring endangered orchids on the farm. Like, what an incredible product. It's so cool. Okay, I've reached my time limit on this one. Let's move to the next one. I would have just drank it in front of you, but I literally just took one like 3 hours ago, so I'm not going to do that. But the next one I want to talk to you about is collagen peptide serum. Can you see this pretty little bottle? It's like a frosted glass bottle with like a pretty copper top. They just did such a great job with the branding. I am going to put this on and show you how easy it is to use. Is someone behind me? Oh my gosh, my children. I literally locked them out, but hi. No, don't come in. Oh, don't come in. I love you. Bye. Um, okay, directions on here say with clean hands, gently press 1 dropper of serum into clean, dry skin morning and night. Avoid the eye area. And we'll do that because we're going to use the eye product next. Emerson, I'm going to lock it. Okay, baby? Okay. Mwah. Okay. So it's ooh, there's my camera. It's clear. Can you guys see this? So a dropper just gives a little dollop. Can you see my little dollop? Like this? And it's nice and cold, and I just pat dry it. Wow, this lighting is absolutely terrible in here. Sorry. Pat dry it just like this. It's nice and cooling. I do it morning and night. I keep it up right next to my sink so that I remember and I don't forget. And I love the way that this feels. Can you see? It feels like not water, it's jelly. It's like a jelly feel. Not quite as jelly as like aloe vera, but then it easily absorbs into the skin. Oh, I do have a slide for it. Thank you. Let me pull it up. Hold on. Also, I never even changed the slide last time. That is so funny. Sorry, guys. I had several and I only put it on one. All right, let me pull up our whoops. Collagen peptide serum. I don't know how long Young Living's been working on this one, but it's been a couple years. So glad to finally have this one. And then once this pulls up, tell me if you guys can see this. Oh wait, let me. If any of you, by the way, have Life Steps, if you search collagen peptide serum, you can already see people's testimonies that they're gathering there. Oop. That's not what I wanted. Okay. Can you see that? Okay, so I love this one. So this is an age-defying serum, visibly firms, brightens, and smooths. So we're gonna kind of break those 3 things down, all using natural botanicals from farms, again, that support reforestation, orchid conservation. I will get into that at the very end. But let's break down some of these things. So here's like at a glance. Number 1, C-phenyl extract. This offers benefits of retinol, and I wish I had time for this because Convention did such a good job of why we should avoid retinol like the plague. But there's 1 or 2 ingredients in here that are clinically proven to work better than retinol without any of those horrible side effects. So number 1, C-phenyl extract, it offers benefits of retinol without irritation and redness and dryness, which are often side effects of retinol. While supporting healthy collagen production and visible elasticity. And I think it has a 14-day guarantee, this product, for, yeah, just like our Inner Beauty Collagen, where you should minimize and see the minimizing appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. It's got vegan collagen peptides, which these are going to work to restore a visible firmness to the skin. Deep spectra frankincense is also in here, which is important because that's capturing the boswellic acid, which comes from frankincense, which is clinically proven to reduce the appearance of an uneven skin tone. This is high in antioxidants, which are going to shield from environmental stressors, make the skin appear brighter and more supple. And then it's got really hydrating essential oils in here, things that I use by themselves that I'm so excited are in here because these are not cheap oils. We've got rose in here, you've got Royal Hawaiian sandalwood, and again, you have ylang-ylang, which all are good for promoting the appearance of youthful looking skin. So let's get into a couple of these ingredients. I thought this was interesting. I read this. By age 40, most of us have lost 20% of the collagen in our skin. And by age 50, that increases to 30% and so on. And so when we lose collagen faster than we rebuild it, that's when our skin starts to take a toll. And even if we have a healthy lifestyle and diet, that doesn't mean that it always translates to our skin. Sometimes our skin needs a little bit of extra support. And this is often the age group when women will reach for retinol because of those benefits, right? But retinol is also infamous for redness, flaking, irritation, and I can't even talk today, y'all. Sensitivity. How do you say this word? Sensitivity. Goodness gracious, I need MindWise. Okay, so this was kind of the question they asked at convention was like, what if we could get the same or even better results than retinol, but with clean ingredients? I think that's amazing. That fits the Young Living brand. Like we're all about aging gracefully and gorgeously, but also in a healthy way, right? The collagen peptide serum can get you the same results as retinol without harsh chemicals, without damage to the environment. So the main couple things here is that first of all, it's really hydrating. And that's the main thing that you want with skin, right? You don't want to just keep adding water to the skin. You need things that lock in hydration and hold hydration. This is where you're going to get the benefits of visibly reducing the look of fine lines or promoting a firmer appearance without irritation. The antioxidants in here is what is going to make your skin appear brighter and more supple. And then, of course, Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood and Ylang Ylang are skin-loving oils. We already know those. But I had no idea until I read about it that they support deforestation efforts in Hawaii, native orchid conservation in Ecuador. That's just so cool. So I'm going to break down these really quick for you. So first of all, the main ingredient here are your collagen amino acids. These are sustainably derived from microalgae, and they make this product completely plant-based. This is really hard for me to say, but when combined with Haematococcus fluvialis extract, this powerful duo stimulates your natural collagen production, and it supports a healthy skin barrier. It also restores visible firmness and hydrates the skin. So this is your main ingredient, your vegan collagen peptides coming from microalgae. So it is true that true collagen only comes from animals. Vegan collagen peptides are essentially bioactive peptides and nutrients that stimulate your own body's production of collagen. So it's helping your body produce this, while still protecting existing collagen, which is really cool. So it's not causing any damage to your skin. Have you ever noticed like when people use, I think I would throw toxic makeup in this, but their skin now like looks worse and relies on it. It's like, oh, I'm using this skincare and I'm using this makeup. I have to use it every single day. We want to protect our skin and protect our collagen synthesis. Okay, the next part of this blend are the hydrating botanicals. So as quickly as I can, the first one is watermelon rind. This is one of nature's few materials that contains something called citrulline. Citrulline supports a key ingredient of your skin's natural moisturizing complex called filaggrin. So watermelon rind is a big ingredient in here. The next one is lentil extract. Lentils are high in vitamin B5 and trisaccharides, which retain moisture in your skin. It also contains apple extract, which provides polysaccharides, sodium lactate, and sodium PCA, which are going to help for long-lasting hydration. Again, sea-fennel extract, already talked about that, but that's your ingredient that's going to support your collagen production and improve skin elasticity. Um, it's high in antioxidants. It's high in vitamin A, C, and E. This is really great for people with sensitive skin. It's a very gentle blend. And again, no flaking, no redness, no dryness, just hydration. And then again, boswellic acids that come from, I call it Frank 2, but Deep Spectra Frank 2 are also going to help with uneven skin tone if you know anyone who struggles with like melasma and things like that. Uh, and then Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood, Rose, and Ylang Ylang, which those are so expensive, you guys. Those are incredible oils. I don't have Rose at the moment, but I've bought it whenever it's on sale. That's a $200 oil. I don't know if anyone knows how much Royal Hawaiian Sandalwood. So I just think it's incredibly like generous, the things that they put in here at that price point, and also it's just things that are hard for people to get. You can't just go grab all these different things. That'd be so expensive. I love that they included in this. Okay. I'm almost at time. Let me get to my last one here. This is your brightening eye cream. So excited about this. I've never really bought something just for my eyes, except for like maybe like a vitamin C roller before. But what it says on this bottle is for puffiness and dark circles. So pretty self-explanatory. Directions on the back say, gently put a pea-sized amount under and around the eyes morning and night. And then it says to use the cooling metal applicator, gently massage the skin for extra depuffing action. I can see this immediately. Okay, so I wake up in the morning if I have bags, which I feel like they're like really shiny. I immediately see how much brighter my eyes are. Can y'all see that? It's so easy to apply to, just like with this little cool metal applicator. Um, I'm trying not to get it in my eyes. And then I just do have to rub it in. I just do like that and kind of like massage the fine lines around my eyes. And that's it. I feel like I can't wait to see how long this lasts because I'm using a teeny tiny amount. Let me switch my slide real quick to the last one for y'all. By the way, if any of you guys are using these yet, because I know they're pretty new, like share your testimonies in the comments or share what you are feeling and experiencing because it's new and I love to hear testimonies, and I have a hard time sharing things that I've never used before. So I'm like, okay, I'm ready to talk about these. It's been over 2 weeks. I can immediately feel the difference with all three of these products. I just think Young Living knocked it out of the park. They did so good. Okay, I'm still waiting for Life Steps to pull this up, but I'm gonna read while it's doing its thing. Wait, oh, here it is. Here we go. And I'm sorry, I'm missing the chats. I'm going to check those as soon as I finish. Can y'all see that? Okay, so this is obviously super small, tiny, lightweight, visibly brightening, hydrating eye cream, lightweight on your skin too. It's a beauty must-have, something I've never really invested in before. Again, fully powered by plants. It's clinically proven to reduce dark circles, under eye puffiness, wrinkles, and fine lines in 14 days. This is the one that has the 14-day guarantee on it. So at a glance, rich in antioxidants, reduce visible signs of aging, including fine lines and crow's feet, under eye puffiness, dark circles. It delivers instant hydration for a fresh, rested look. It's got the cooling, depuffing metal applicator. When I break down these ingredients, I think what makes this so special, it's got plant stem cells, which carry all the benefits of retinol without the harsh chemicals and side effects. And this is a product that men can use too. So men and women can both benefit from this one. I love the description under this. It says, aging naturally doesn't mean you have to look tired. And I'm like, you know what? That's true. Like we can age gracefully and not have to look like we have dark circles under our eyes and bags under our eyes. Um, I know for me, like dark circles is definitely something that I have. Crow's feet, under eye bags. My mom's like, I am going to buy this every single month. I love this. I'm so excited about it. But what excites me the most is the plant-based actives, no harsh ingredients, enriched with antioxidants. I learned today too that the succinic acid in here, they get from glaciers, glacier-derived succinic acid. Antioxidant rich essential oils, botanical stem cells, which are coming from Edelweiss and tuberose, which protect against environmental stressors. So this is skin care. This is protecting our skin. Okay, so here's a little background. 73% of makeup users will still apply makeup around their eyes, even on a no makeup day. Why is that? Because our eyes are the most important, right? They tell the story, they tell our secrets to the world. The skin around our eyes is thinner, so dehydration and wrinkles happen so much easier around your eyes. I do use a daily moisturizer, but that's not sufficient for eyes all the time. A few reasons. Facial moisturizers are usually formulated with larger molecules that absorbed well in the skin, but not on delicate, thin skin like your eyes. So you need smaller molecules for that. The skin brightening cream is formulated with not only smaller molecules, but also plant stem cells. And this is going to help absorb easily into your skin around your eyes. It's light on the skin, but it's heavy on the action. And so here's what the results that were validated by third-party clinical testing showed. It showed visible results in 14 days, significant reduction of visible dark circles, significant reduction of the look of wrinkles and fine lines, significant reduction of the look of under eye bags, and 95% saw positive results within 42 days. And then here is immediately what people said after they tried the eye cream. 81% said they looked more refreshed. 76% said their eye area was visibly and instantly brighter. 81% said their fine lines were less visible. I'm sorry, this is now after 6 weeks. 81% said their eye area looked brighter, and 76% said their eye area felt smoother. And so I think that, the plant stem cells to me are really cool and interesting. If any of you guys in the past have used Wolfberry eye cream, which was a great Young Living product, this was something it didn't have. It didn't have the plant stem cells. So this is getting, let's see, what are the 2 stem cells in here? Oh, it says that it pairs well with phytostem cell complex. I don't know if any of y'all are taking that. That's another tincture, but that one is another one that I hydrate my face with. I don't have it at the moment, but so we're taking higher concentrations of antioxidants than your standard plant extracts, and they do that to visibly brighten, hydrate, and smooth the skin's appearance. Key ingredients for the stem cells are tuberose flower cells. These provide instant radiance and help minimize the look of dark circles, under eye puffiness. They also have the skin soothing effect because it's helping reduce the expression of inflammation mediators. And this is involved in your body's inflammation response. So when our body's inflamed, a lot of times our skin and our eyes show that. The other stem cell is coming from Edelweiss cell culture. This helps smooth the appearance of crow's feet wrinkles, potent in antioxidants that help protect fibroblasts. Hi, Emmy.
Hi, Mama.
Fibroblasts are collagen-producing cells in your connective tissue. So your antioxidants and Edelweiss are protecting those. And that just happens from oxidative stress, environmental stress. It also supports your skin structure. So part of what this is doing is it's resulting in a plumper skin, a softer skin, and a more toned skin appearance. The full ingredient list is online. It's everything I pretty much just mentioned, with a couple of other awesome things like coffee seed extract and grapefruit oil, sunflower seed oil, raspberry fruit extract. So there's some other cool ingredients that I didn't highlight there too. And then so fun, Young Living so good like this, but your purchase, of course, makes an impact. The under eye cream is made with sustainably sourced botanicals, including lemongrass, which comes from their farm in southern India, which supports local farmers and their communities. So again, like, you're giving back with your purchase. It's great for you, great for the environment, but also great for other people. Isn't that just, I don't know, Young Living's just so extra like that. So again, if you've had the Wolfberry eye cream in the past, which was a great ingredient, they both, to compare, both of these protect against environmental stressors. Both of these contain wolfberry seed oil. Both of these are great for delicate skin. And both of these are also great for minimizing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. What this has added that the Wolfberry cream does not have is the antioxidant-rich oils, the glacier-derived succinic acid, the botanical stem cells from Edelweiss and tuberose, and then, of course, the clinical studies that show that it improves dark circles, crow's feet, and under eye bags. So it's an upgraded version of the eye cream. So I'm so excited. I know that was longer than I intended it to be, but those 3 products alone are just amazing. I think we know so many people who could benefit from these things, especially if you know anyone who is buying retinol or retinol-based products to try and improve their skin. This is a great, better, cleaner option for them. The Hormone Essentials, so many people I know that could benefit from this. Even people that I've counseled, that I've told to take, XYZ. No, don't open it. I've already taken mine today. Capsule or powder now can just switch to this one sachet. This is always my sign that the class is over, when I get all my children that are like, haha, we found you. Hi.
You through the window.
Yeah, I know.